This is the EcoSmart ECO 18 electric tankless water heater, one of the most space-saving and modern-looking home appliances I've used. It caught my attention mainly because I was fed up with the big, clunky water heater tank in my garage. Seeing this slim, almost flat box in white with its neat corners and compact dimensions, roughly 17 inches high, 14 inches wide, and just 3.5 inches deep, I was excited, but honestly a bit skeptical about how something this small could deliver enough hot water for everyday living. The very first thing that struck me after unboxing was just how minimal it looks. It feels far less intrusive compared to the traditional tanks I grew up with. The LED digital display and the temperature dial are right up front and easy to access. There's an understated vibe to its design, very clean, a touch modern, and something that can blend into almost any space. Mine sits on the garage wall now, barely occupying a corner that my old water heater dominated. If you care about maximizing space, especially living in a house with a smaller utility area, this is perfect for you. I'd also say it makes garage or closet installations look less like storage and more like part of your home structure. The entire unit weighs about 14 pounds, which is a far cry from lugging around a heavy tank. From my experience, switching from a tank to this tankless system was not just a simple swap. If you're like me and don't have advanced plumbing or electrical skills, you'll need both a plumber and an electrician. This thing runs on 240 volts and needs 18 kilowatts of power, so my electrical panel had to be upgraded with 2 new double-pole 40-amp breakers. The plumbing took a bit of creative rerouting too. I ended up adding a water filter to help protect the heater from sediment, hoping to prolong its lifespan. Installation is a major part of the journey with this heater, and while it was a bit of a process, seeing the freed up space instantly made it all feel worth it. Now, for the experience. Once everything was hooked up, the use itself is pretty straightforward. The EcoSmart ECO 18 lets you set the temperature anywhere from 80 to 140 degrees Fahrenheit, 1 degree at a time. I like having this level of control because it means I can fine-tune the experience for everyone in the house. Personally, I keep mine right around 132 to 135 degrees, which feels hot, but safe. If I crank it up to 140, you get nearly scalding water almost immediately. So I'd only recommend going that high if you're sure you need it for special situations. When you turn on a hot tap, it can take a few moments for the water to hit the temperature you set, which is normal for tankless heaters. But what I noticed is that once the hot water starts, it stays hot steadily. I've never run into an issue where it suddenly turns cold halfway into a shower or when running the dishwasher. One thing I really appreciate, and I think a lot of folks would too, is the endless hot water concept. With the old tank, I was used to planning around recovery times whenever I did the laundry, dishwasher, and showers. There was always the worry someone would get the dreaded cold surprise if 2 showers ran at once. With the ECO 18, as long as you stay within its max flow rate, which, at 3.51 gallons per minute, is enough for a couple of standard uses, you don't have that problem. I've found it easy to run a shower and have the dishwasher or even the washing machine going at the same time, without noticing a real drop in performance. Of course, if you have a big family and everyone needs to shower at the exact same time, this model might be on the smaller side. But for my house with 2 adults and a couple of kids, it's been able to keep up with regular demands. What stands out, in my opinion, is its energy efficiency and the self-modulating technology. Basically, this means it only uses the electricity it actually needs based on the amount of hot water you're drawing and the temperature you've set. Instead of using constant power like a traditional tank, this unit automatically adjusts, which reportedly helps lower energy bills. It's perfect for anyone mindful of utility costs or just looking to live a little greener. There are a few things that I especially like and think are important for people to know. The first is really about how much space I've gained. The old water heater took up a huge chunk of my garage, but this unit's slim profile let me reclaim that area for actual storage or just to make things less cluttered. The digital control is super user-friendly too. Dialing up or down is simple, and it displays the exact temperature, so you're not just guessing if the water is too hot or not hot enough. I also like how quiet the system is. Aside from a very faint hum, I almost never notice it running, even when it's working hard. That said, there are a few things that I don't love as much. Maintenance is important with any tankless water heater, and the Eco 18 isn't any different. That means descaling and cleaning it out regularly, especially if you have hard water. If you skip this step, you could risk performance drops or even sensor failures over time, which other users have mentioned. That brings me to another point: sensor reliability and customer service. While my unit has performed well so far, I've read and heard from others that sometimes sensors can fail. If that happens, the customer service can be a bit slow to respond. It's something to consider if you want total peace of mind, especially if your whole household relies on this one unit for hot water every day. Another thing is the flow rate. While it's enough for me, larger households might find it just a little limiting during peak times. In conclusion, the EcoSmart ECO 18 electric tankless water heater is a smart, efficient solution if you're looking to upgrade your old tank system and maximize your space. From my experience, it works reliably and is easy to use. I'd recommend this for households of 2 to 4 people living in mild to warm climates with moderate hot water needs. Just remember, installation needs professional attention, and you'll want to keep up with regular maintenance for the best results. If your family is bigger or you live somewhere with super cold groundwater, it's worth looking at a larger model. If you found this quick review useful, please hit subscribe to support the channel and leave your comments or any questions below. I check them regularly and am happy to share more tips. Thank you for watching.